Cyberpunk Edgerunners was an anime I honestly had no intention of watching, especially knowing how the game itself launched. Disclaimer by the way, I didn't play or have any prior knowledge about Night City or Cyberpunk before watching the show. All I knew were the T-poses and the other glitches that constantly took place, as well as the game being in development for so long. So when I got into it, I honestly didn't know what to expect. When we met the main character David, I was expecting the typical climb to the top, becoming a more successful person type of story. But this was immediately thrown out the window as it takes a different route due to the character's external conflicts that surrounded him. Night City is one that looks stunning from the outside looking in, seeing the blazing lights, vivid in color, beaming from miles away. This city looks futuristic, and it is one that conveys this idea so well. The cybernetics being everywhere, the different types of vehicles, to the way they communicate, to even the way the students learn. The culture in the city displayed made me feel like I was actually living in 2077 myself. Although Night City seemed like a good place, it isn't perfect at all. Although the rich thrive, the poor are in a constant fight to survive. David comes from a fighting family where his mom is working her tail off just to barely make ends meet. His mom is working this hard just to keep David on the path to basically complete the goal that she wants him to. She wants to see him successful, and because of that, he goes to a prestigious school. And in such short notice, we as the viewers realize how quick it went away. Nothing but tragedy happens right after this moment. David's mom dies. And because his sole motivation to do well in life is now gone, him finding his own purpose while also facing the downside of being in poverty in Night City is now his new focus. And not knowing where to go exactly, this brings him into being an Edgerunner, a mercenary outlaw, also known as a cyberpunk. David building a bond with all of the cyberpunks happens in such a short time, but it feels like it went at the right pace. Meeting every character and seeing the way they interact with one another was a great insight on who they were. Lucy, for example, the first cyberpunk that we meet, even though she tricked David into meeting the rest of the cyberpunks, all of their interactions from the moment they meet to the time she shows him her dream felt genuine. But I knew what type of show this was going to be the moment Pillar died. That moment let me know this wasn't some regular story with some happy ending going to take place. It actually let me know that people are going to die, not in some 30-minute flashback memorial type of way. No, if you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're done. So when this correlated with the ending of the show, it left an empty feeling, not some feeling of satisfactory. I remember feeling this way actually after finishing Code Geass. For a solid hour, I was just thinking about that ending. When David started to go off the edge due to his whole philosophy of being built different, and him putting on the cyber skeleton, I remember feeling like, yep, this is the end. When he defeats Militech and faces Atom Smasher, by the way, Atom Smasher is a dog. This man is truly the definition of built different. He really came out of nowhere, killed Rebecca, and put David in his place. He had me feeling salty because he was mentioned in like one episode, referred to being as a myth, and then killed David in a couple of minutes. The sad thing about this ending though, is that David ends up dying with no true goal met of his own. He's always trying to work towards somebody else's goal or help somebody reach their own. Whether that was his own mom into being a successful person for her sake, or whether that was Lucy reaching her goal of being on the moon for her sake. David truly never really had anything that he wanted to do on his own. He ends up dying with no true goal met of his own. He was just gliding through life, a product of the bad state of his own city. Thanks for watching, God bless, and peace.